What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ, and this week we have the 2023 Lexus LS 500F Sport. This one in particular is the all-wheel drive variant, also comes in rear-wheel drive. We'll get into all of that. This is the full review. We are chasing 20,000 subscribers. Thank each and every one of you for that. We're over 18,500 or 600 now, somewhere in that region. Again, thank you guys, but the next video is going to be 5 things to love, 5 things to improve. You guys know we are honest about all of these. That video is going to be shorter. This one's in depth. So we are going to start with the exterior, go over all of the stats, figures, all of that kind of stuff, then go to the interior, and then we are going to be taking it on a drive. Again, we have had this vehicle for a week. Next week, a new vehicle. So without further ado, let's roll. Starting with some of the stats and figures and whatnot, let's go over some of it as we just walk around this LS 500. So, underneath the hood is a V6 twin turbo. It's pushing 416 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, drivetrain, as already stated briefly, rear-wheel drive is going to be your cheaper and standard. However, you can upgrade to the all-wheel drive, which is what this tester today is. Curb weight, you're looking between 4,839 pounds and up to 4,960 pounds, which, with the weight and the motor and the torque, you're looking at a 0 to 60 of right around 4.6 seconds. I mean, that is moving. For this size of vehicle, I mean any size, that's moving. That's impressive. Now, the pricing starts at around $78,735 for the base. You have 3 models to choose from: an LS 500, you have the LS 500F Sport, and you have the LS 500H. The H, which is the hybrid, only comes in all-wheel drive. Now, of course, on the non-F Sport, so just the LS 500, there are a plethora of options on that, and you can get the vehicle quite expensive, but also even nicer than what the tester is today, obviously, to where the rear seat literally is like something out of a movie. The tester today is $88,965, and that is including the destination charge. Now, let's talk about vehicle dimensions. Here we're standing in the back. The overall width, you're looking at around 6.25 feet. And as far as length goes, it is a long car. Plenty of room on the interior, of course. It is 17.1 feet. And your ground clearance, you're looking at right around 6.5 inches, which, again, definitely good for winter to have a little bit of ground clearance on a sedan. Let's jump back around over here to the driver's side, because that is where your fuel door is located, as you can see. And you are looking at a 21.7 gallon fuel tank. And of course, your gas mileage, which I should probably tell you, you're looking at around 18 city, 29 highway, combined average of 22 mpg. We are near the rear, so let's go ahead and pop the rear trunk. It is, of course, motorized. Right over on the far right side, if you just press, there is a button, which I will show you right there. Now, back here, cubic feet wise, there is 16.95 cubic feet. The rear seats do not fold down, so that does limit you just a little bit, but nonetheless, still a ton of space. I mean, the sheer width right here, whew, you could fit probably 2 to 3, maybe probably 2 to 3 golf bags, and then back there you could fit even additional stuff. So definitely a lot of trunk space. Now, if you want to close it, simply press the button and down she goes. Let's go over some of the exterior features, looking at it pretty quickly. Now, LED lighting, LED runners, unsurprisingly, of course. You have the F-Sport grille, which always looks good on a Lexus, in my humble opinion. Obviously, real airflow everywhere. You can even see the inlets right here, how air would flow, so that is good. You have like a, what I call black chrome all the way around. Really reminds me actually of my Kia Stinger as far as the black chrome. Looks amazing, is a pain in the butt to keep clean, will not lie about that. And then the wheels also like a black chrome, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't sure about these, but man, soon as I saw that in person, ooh, do I really love the black chrome. Again, cleaning, probably not the funnest thing to keep track of, but nonetheless, look really, really good. Now, as far as tire size goes, you're looking at a 275, 40, and 20-inch wheel. You have the F-Sport badging, you have a two-tone mirror. This is black right up here, which is good because you do have a panoramic roof, which is also good. You have blind spot monitoring on the mirror. You have keyless entry, as you can see probably right there on the front, and also the rear door. Love that it's on all fours, certainly makes a big difference. Coming around to the rear, the attention to detail again is really cool. I don't know if this will show up on camera, but there's like little dots in there even. It just looks so good. The attention to detail. You have, of course, the dual exhaust. It's a good looking car. What can I say? For those of you that are new to this channel, I am 5'9". I test getting in every single vehicle. Is it easy or is it not? Let's find out, starting with the rear seat. Now, the one thing I noticed right off the bat, the door opening, super wide. So if you need a wide door, this is definitely an option for you. Let's see here. Pretty natural. My head dip is maybe just a little bit more, just a little bit, just because the seat actually sits up just a little bit higher. But there is so much space back here. Like, listen, again, we're not talking about my white legs, all right? We're not worried about that right now. We're talking about all of this space. I mean, that is easily a foot of space. That is a ton of space, which is good. Checking out the rear door, it just looks so good. Like, it really does. Just down to the little details everywhere. Obviously, this stuff is hard to touch. This is all in here, all soft touch. And then this is like a free floating design. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Obviously it touches back there, but it looks and appears to be free floating, which is pretty neat. Obviously all leather, very soft touch. That is all like an Alcantara, which I'll pull it in. Hopefully the lighting will adjust for you just a little bit. Red stitching, looks and feels premium, and there is definitely some weight behind the door. Solid thunk, which sounds funny, but it does make a difference, and it definitely feels luxurious. Up above, again, as stated, there is a panoramic roof. You have a little cutout there for it. And then if we press this little button right here, you've got not only a light, but also a mirror. So, hello. You've got speakers everywhere you could ever think of in this vehicle, on the roof, in the doors, everywhere. Definitely a good Mark Levinson speaker system. You have not only two air vents here in the middle, but you also have them on the pillars, allowing plenty of air to the back. That helps a lot. Back behind us, there is a sunshade, and you can control it by simply pressing this button here. It also goes down as a setting in reverse, which I think you can change that in the settings, but nonetheless, if we press it, it's pretty fast and responsive as well. Yeah, something, again, to make the rear feel more luxurious. Before we move to the front, let's go ahead and pop the middle here. You do have two USB-C chargers and a decent amount of room. Would probably fit a tissue box And then up front, per Lexus design, pretty normal nowadays, pop out cup holders. And of course, you can just fold that right out of the way. Before we test the front, I just wanted to say, for the F Sport, there are 3 color options. You have a red, you have a black, and then it's basically like a white interior. Now, if you go with the normal LS 500 and not the F Sport, there are plenty of different options that you can go through and change and customize, so keep that in mind as well. Now it's time to test the front. Let's see here. Stepping in. Super easy. Super easy, no doubt about it. Checking out the driver's side door, you do have 3 sets for your memory seating, and of course it's also on the passenger side as well. You also have an air duct here to defrost your window or defog them, whatever your case is and where you're at. Again, just like the rear door, all the same exact material, same type design, looks and feels really nice. And just listen to this thud. I know that sounds quirky, but it's a really nice thud. Out in front of us, we do have a heads-up display, a very, very good size as well, crystal clear, which is good. Looking at the steering wheel, it is a very normal Lexus steering wheel, not too much to talk about here. You do have the nice stitching as well. Definitely helps the look and the feel. It's a good thickness, I would say about medium. And then over here on the right, you have all of your cruise control settings, lane centering, adaptive cruise control. You do have your different modes, seeking tracks. Over here you have volume, and then of course all of your menu options that you would like to change. These little knobs up here are for all of your different modes. As you can see, Sport, Sport Plus, Normal, Custom, Comfort, and Eco. And then over on the left, we have no traction control and also snow mode, which this is all-wheel drive, so I can only imagine how good this thing is in the snow, even without a snow mode. Coming over to the middle, you've got heated seats, cooled seats, you have a heated steering wheel. Again, the rear blind, you can control it right there. Slide your phone right in that slot. It actually is pretty handy. Boom. You have a dual opening center console. It's from both sides, so we can press the button. It'll open up from this side, and it's not that big, probably 1 tissue box. And you've got 2 different chargers right there as well. This is really nice. The only thing that I don't love about this, and again, this could be this particular car, so please don't take this to heart. Go check your own vehicle. The only thing I don't love about this one, it's the first Lexus I've ever been in, actually, that has this, but listen. I don't know if you can hear that, but it almost has some play in it. Again, it could be this vehicle. Don't take that to heart. Go check your own. And again, I don't see that as that big of a deal, but I did notice that because every time I kind of set my arm in there, as soon as I take it off, you can hear that noise, and that is just a little bit strange to me. Nonetheless, moving on, dual zone climate, and of course the new Lexus infotainment. I do enjoy that. It is pretty responsive. Of course, as always, I do wish you could split screen it, so you can have map on half, music on half. That would be like an over-the-air update though, not a big deal. Something Lexus could certainly fix quite easily, I would certainly think. Up above, it is all Alcantara, which is nice and soft. And then of course you have a sunglasses holder, all of your sunroof options and lights. And then of course you have your home link underneath right there. Hopefully you can see that. And just a normal mirror. As far as the backup camera goes, we can throw it in reverse for you. So the quality though, way better. Like, Toyota and Lexus has been behind a long time. That is no secret on their camera. It seems silly. It's kind of, you know, just a small detail. This is certainly upgraded. That is so much better than what it used to be. Now, I do wish there was a 360 camera. As standard, I don't care what model, for this price tag, it should be a 360 camera, especially this vehicle is not small. Nonetheless, kudos for the better camera quality. You have 2 cup holders, and last but not least, the shifter is kind of unique, over and down for drive, and then park, obviously, you just press the button. Touching on these seats very quickly, so they are comfortable. You do actually have some bolstering as well. You've got the F Sport in the headrest. I love the different design. You have Alcantara mixed in with the leather. Again, pretty comfortable, even when driving, definitely comfortable. The bolsters are good. Not too much, which is good because I expect this to be more on the luxury side, even though this is an F Sport, obviously. So yeah, overall, I really do like the seats. They're very soft, and that is what I would expect in this LS500. Let's take it on a drive. Let's roll. Most of you know, unless you're new to the channel, I like to just go ahead and get the 0 to 60 right out of the way. I don't do anything crazy, right? I just put it in Sport Plus or Sport, whatever the option is for the vehicle. I just step on it and I just go. I'm not trying to brake torque it. I'm not trying to get the fastest. I'm just trying to get an everyday 0 to 60. With that said, it's Arizona, 73 degrees. Let's roll. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it picks up at 3,500. We're at 40, 50, 60. It moves. It moves. It does what it says. It does what it says. I would be willing to bet we're definitely in that region of the 4.6. One take wonder. Again, we're not in this to get the fastest 0 to 60, right? We're just trying to see every day. Now, let's drop this thing back into normal, because that's where I would be, to be honest with you. It's where I found myself driving it most of this week. I do enjoy that. It is more luxurious, and to me, that's what this vehicle is. I only put it in the, you know, Sport Plus if you got to really pass someone, and that's really the only time I'm ever in it. As far as the technologies goes, Lexus always does an amazing job. The lane centering stays center of the lane. Adaptive cruise control does a good job at, you know, speeding up, slowing down at a, I'll call it an equal distance or power rate. I'm certainly happy with it. I don't have any issues or complaints on that front. But like right here, we have to take a left, and all-wheel drive is so nice because you can just get out and go. Yes, all-wheel drive. I don't care who you think you are, how good you can drive. All-wheel drive is the move, and I'm telling you, it's the move. Trust me on that. And that was really good. I got 0 wheel spin right there. Not even a notification for traction coming up, and that was just in normal and just flooring it straight around a turn right there to get out, which really there was no cars coming, but you get the point. Sometimes you got to do that. As far as the seat goes, I've been rather comfortable in it this week. I've kind of already touched on that. Definitely a softer feel, but not too cushy. So I'm thrilled with it. Very comfortable. The bolsters are maybe just a little bit more than what I thought, but again, this is the F Sport, so it still makes sense, and it's within reason because it's really not that bad. Talking of the noise, because that's always important in a luxury sedan or any luxury vehicle, it is quiet. Listen, you probably couldn't hear that vehicle go by. And then up here, we have our cattle guard that we go over to test. Let's test the suspension and the quietness. Here we go. I barely moved. I mean, my head, probably on camera, barely moved. And yes, you can hear it. There's no vehicle that you would ever drive over that I've had yet that you can not hear it. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, definitely impressive. Suspension wise, does change drastically depending on your mode. Like right now, kind of feels like a old man car because you kind of go left and right and it kind of like sways and it's plush, but then you put it in Sport Plus and you can definitely feel it. It's nice and stiff. Throttle response is there. They do a very good job at programming the different modes in this F Sport. Let's talk about our blind spots and our visibility very quickly. So these pillars out in front of you, very thin, which is good. I don't have any issues with that. Checking over to our left, the pillar is pretty thick, but it's so far forward that it shouldn't bother you in a blind spot, which is a good thing. Checking over to our right, there's virtually no blind spots. And again, if you have any issues, there's blind spot monitoring. Lexus, as you guys know, is always towards the top of my list for a luxury vehicle. Again, there's so many people out there that are like, it's just a Toyota with a different badge. Listen to what I'm telling you. Lexus does not pay me, Toyota does not pay me. They give me these vehicles and they say, hey, please review my vehicle with honest opinion. That's where I'm at, okay? Keep that in mind. They don't pay me. Lexus is always at the top for a reason. They do such an amazing job at making it so quiet and smooth on the road. I mean, down to the suspension, as I've already stated. You have your transmission, which is buttery smooth. I cannot tell really when it shifts unless I'm just staring at my RPM range. That's the other thing to note. you have a regular transmission. It's not that CVT stuff in this vehicle. So if you're not into the CVT, you still have a car that you can buy. We have a normal transmission, automatic, which is nice. And again, it's buttery smooth. So it's good. It's luxury. It definitely is living up to what, in my opinion, a Lexus is, and that is luxury. All while having the sporty side with this F Sport, because again, you can punch it and go. Like right now, if I put this thing in Sport Plus and I hit it, I mean, it's going. Now, there's a little bit of turbo lag below 3, but once you hit about that 3250, 3500 range, this thing's kicking. It's going. I think we've covered just about everything that you would want to know on this LS 500. Again, if you're looking for a luxury sedan that is very spacious, this is definitely something you could consider, and it's below 6 figures, which is also super nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If there's anything you want to know, just comment down below. If I missed it, whatever, please comment down below. I really do try to respond to every single person to help you guys out. If I don't know it, I'll reach out to my Lexus rep. Please like, please subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.